I am Roland Johns. I am sim racing.
I'm Wes Fuller, driver the number 35, stand up to Cancer Ford. I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am sim racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biotti from iRacing, driving the number 44 Toyota Camry, and I am sim racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am sim racing.
We are sim racing.
Well, I want to welcome everybody to the usual Wednesday night iRacing short course of the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series. Last night was a makeup race, and boy, did it heat up the action. Our points leader, Luke Knupp, fought with Ethan Ebert, with only Ethan Ebert to take the win. Luke Knupp to come in fifth and tie the points up. Now we are in round number 15. We are back in Chandler, Arizona, after traveling down from Reno for a battle, a duel in the desert. And of course, our host is Connor Berry with Bronson Chiramani, keeping a watchful eye up in race control. And of course, without our sponsors, great companies like CBR Performance, AIM Data Systems, Sparco Safety, of course, CDC Apparel with all the great official wear for the iRacing short course. And of course, it's not clean.
It's super clean.
And of course, we want to thank Bomber Eyewear, K&N Filters, keeping these machines breathing clean, Lawrence Equipment, and Rigid Industries, and of course myself, Dave Arnold, joined alongside via the internet, Randall Alvarez.
And this time I'm no longer in my undisclosed bunker location. I've decided to move since you gave that away. I'm going to be out in the open now.
He is 19 miles offshore, just on the backside between San Clemente Island and Catalina.
I'll have to paddleboard somewhere else next.
The format for tonight is the Lucas Oil Wild Horse Pass. We're running the Pro 4s as usual. Qualifying will run 10 minutes. With last time, I do believe we ran 3 heat races.
We ran 2 heat races
and an LCQ.
But there is 3 prepped. So we'll see how it plans out. It depends on how many drivers show up. But we do have, for sure, 2 heat races and an LCQ.
Okay, so the LCQ, we're going to run 8 laps. Feature this time decided 26 laps.
Yep, I made sure of that. So for sure 26 laps and the comp caution at lap 10 or at the end of lap 10.
Okay, and then of course, just before the halfway point, we're going to throw that comp caution yellow flag out, re-rack, restack the field. They're going to burn a couple laps and then go back to green and race to the finish. And we'll see if we can unbreak that tie between Ethan Ebert and Luke Knupp.
Honestly, that is the big thing tonight, that tie between both those drivers. And I think you hit it on the nail. This is Luke's track. So right now, Ethan is throwing down a slower time, but he's still on the bubble. So it's going to be up to anyone out there on the track, really. It's anyone's game.
Oh, I agree. And of course, I just saw there we've got names like Jared Brooks and Sheldon Creed who have been really fast when they've been here. They've been on that podium. They've taken wins. I know I saw earlier in Discord Kyle LeDuc coming in. So can LeDuc come in? So the question is, who will be the fly in the ointment for Luke Knupp and Ethan Ebert tonight?
Yeah, I don't know much about flying ointment, but I do know that there are some very fast drivers out there. And talking about Jarrett Brooks and Sheldon Creed, those guys had, 6 rounds that they dominated back-to-back?
Yeah.
That might be a huge upset for Luke and Ethan.
Well, we know that it's not going to come down for, of course, them winning a championship at this point.
That's correct.
With only, one more race after this one, it's going to be very interesting to find out, how this shakes out. Now, these guys are teammates, so you got to wonder, there's a little rumble between the two buds.
Oh, definitely agree with that. Those guys probably have a little bit of tension built up, and we'll probably see it taken out a little bit on the track. But Like I said before, that when we start off, it's going to be pretty interesting. Either it's going to be a little rough in the beginning for some of those drivers trying to break out, but at least between Ethan, Luke, and some of the other faster drivers. And if any of those guys get caught up in an accident, then it's really going to affect their late game.
Yeah, and I'm looking right now. It looks like Luke Knupp, the fast qualifier right now. Holden Highrider, only, oh my goodness, that is 76 thousandths of a second off. Ethan Ebert back there at 30, what is it? 98 thousandths of a second off of Luke.
Yeah.
That's a blink of the eye, folks.
You could sneeze slower than that.
Yeah, that's right. And I am not seeing at this time, I'm not seeing Kyle's name up there.
No,
in the driver's meeting.
Yeah, he was there. We did get a couple late additions. Daniel Rampert, Eric Jacobus, Brantley Ellis, and looks like we have Ben W. Lewis. So we have some other people popping in, but they still have time. And I think it's time for our man of God, our Steve, our Chappie, to give a quick invocation.
I always say the man with the direct line to the man upstairs.
He's got that big red phone.
Yes.
Hello, racers. This is Steve Hansen, chaplain with Racers for Christ. Just wanted to take a time to pray with you before your race. So please bow with me as we pray. Father, I know it may seem silly to pray before a race such as this, but it's a good reminder to us that regardless if we're putting our lives on the line or we're just having a good time, you want to be in constant communication with us. In that spirit we pray today. And Father, I just ask that you would keep us, our families, our teammates, and our competitors safe during this time, that we would remain healthy while this virus spreads, that we would find security in times of economic uncertainty, and that our community would remain tight and grounded, even though we find ourselves in political turmoil in the community that surrounds us. So, Father, in all this, I just ask that we would find the health and security and the hope in our future, even though things seem uncertain at this time. So in Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Thanks again, Steve. Do appreciate it. Of course, Steve is our chaplain for the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series, as well as the Lucas Oil Regional Off-Road Racing Series. So a big kudos to him. But it's time to switch up the gears here. Time for the stars and the bars and the screaming American Eagle. It's time for the greatest song in the world. Bronson Chiramani is going to drive us around. Leon Rhymes, take us away. I hear nothing.
It's going.
And another awesome way to start it here.
That is correct. Well, folks, let's go ahead and jump over to some of the qualifying drivers out there and start talking about some of their times.
All right, we got looks like the 172 on screen right now. Sean Stratton. Liking that paint scheme on there. Looks pretty tight.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Let's get a little closer on that. Running that XS Motorsports.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lawrence equipment on there. Looks so off-road. CBR super clean. He's got them all. Bomber, K&N. Sparko, baby.
All right, taking it from the top of the leaderboard right now, we have Zachary Drapkin running so far the fastest time, a 35.440.
Whoa. What happened to Mr. Knupp and Mr. Ebert?
Well, that was practice time. Let's see if they can throw one out for qualifying.
Yeah, it looks like the signature propellers machine. Thrown down fast. Zach Drapkin. He had a great run last night on the podium again. And, Zach, he runs hot and cold. But when he's hot, man, he's on it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and check over with Luke Knupp right now. Looks like he's loading up. Is he out in the track?
There he is. No, he's just sitting there.
He's still sitting there. Maybe Ethan Oh, there we go. Ethan Ebert throwing some laps. That's what we want to see.
Okay. Still Drapkin, Brooks, and Watson. Elliott Watson. Great to have Elliott.
Now, what you're probably seeing right now is these guys playing the numbers game for the invert. So you see Luke sitting in fourth, which is a nice safe spot. Yep. Ethan, well, it depends on when he comes around right now. He might try to get himself up to maybe a 6th or 7th place.
Now, have we ever had a zero invert?
In the beginning, we didn't have an invert. So it just depends on, Now,
do we clarify if we do it like we usually do in
I don't know if they pull a 0.
A 0, 2, or 4, or 2, 4, or 6?
Yeah, I don't know if they do that or not.
Looking at Mateus Ariona.
Yep, currently with 8th place. Running a 35.587. Oh, and look at that. Braden Cheramane knocking Zach off of his podium right there. Running a 35.421. Another fast driver that we saw yesterday, Roland Johns.
There we go. There's Mongo. In fact, he got that ticket to Mars last night after coming out the big drop down, and of course nailed the back end of Leighton Kramer.
Yeah, first one to get the ticket from SpaceX to travel up there.
Yeah,
we should ask him. We should pull him in the booth and see see how that trip went. If it's safe enough to send more people.
Am I not seeing Leighton Kramer tonight?
Yeah, I don't. After what happened, I don't know if he got a reprimand for that, because that was a little iffy. He could have pulled off the track a little more. He was technically a little bit out of the way, but I don't know what happened, so that I can't really say much about that.
Just a little outside.
All right, let's jump over to Sheldon Creed, someone we haven't seen on the track in a while. Oh, he just clipped out. And Luke still not taking any laps. Jarrett Brooks also stopped up.
3 minutes, 38 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like everyone is deciding to no longer... Everyone's done running laps. So, Luke sitting on the bubble for 5th. Ethan at 9th. Sheldon Creed in 10th.
You figure Sheldon and them would try and run a few more laps to get faster time, but...
Yeah, so what happens is when you finish your qualifying, if you
it pulls you out.
If you go to reset, it pulls you out. If you stay on the track, you're fine. But if you do finish your 2 laps and you're ready to go, and you hit the reset button, it will actually take you out, and you can't get back in. Your qualifying is done.
Copy that.
So right now we're just waiting for. It looks like Luke is the only one sitting on the track right now.
Well, look at Braden Cheramane, Zach Drapkin, and Jarrett Brooks. Holy smokes.
Yeah. But while we're getting ready for qualifying to transfer over, let's talk a little bit about our sponsors. We'll go ahead and start off with the series sponsors. You want to take that away, Dave?
Well, let's see if I can memorize them all here. Of course, I want to thank CBR Performance Products. Making all those awesome race cars in real life run nice and cool. Also, the official intercooler of the Best in the Desert Series, which is getting ready to go on, the Vegas to Reno. Very excited here in a couple weeks. And then, of course, got to thank AIM Data Systems, providing all the great data for all these drivers in real life when they're out there. Gives them all their, the temperatures and everything right in front of them. Speed, all the readouts. Also, you got to thank Rigid Industries for lighting up the desert and anywhere their daily drivers as well. You want to thank, of course, It's Not Clean.
It's super clean.
There you go. I want to thank Lawrence Equipment for all those great tortilla machines. And then I got to remember we got K&N. We're making those machines breathe nice and clean.
Yeah.
And we got Bomber Eyewear, protecting the peepers out there, the original floating eyewear. Also, now with the great safety glass that are great for all these guys working on their vehicles. You're fabricating. You got to protect those eyeballs. Bomber Eyewear. And did I leave anybody out?
No, I believe that is everyone. And
Okay.
now for me to take away our broadcast sponsors. Once again, I'd like to thank Critical Hit Bass Lures for sponsoring sponsoring my broadcasting, and also Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. So if you guys are looking for any lures and fishing, check out Critical Hit Bass Lures. And then if you're looking for any AV or home integration needs, that is going to be Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems, and they're actually located in Anaheim, and they will service all the way down to they'll service all the way down to like almost San Diego and a little bit past LA. So big area that they cover.
Nice. So they go down to Chula Vista.
Oh, speak of someone out in the track, late entry, 30 seconds before.
Kyle and Duke.
Kyle LeDuc. Fashionably late. Look at that.
And,
He just wanted a big
Trevor
entrance.
Oh, you know what? Let's see what he can do here now.
He's got 15 seconds. Yeah. I don't know if he can throw a lap in 15.
He's got that black and green wrecking machine, Monster Energy, Ultra Wheels, WD-40, K&N, King Shocks.
And he is definitely in need of internet needs. All
Yeah,
right.
with really sucks. I guess he was running that off his phone, right?
He might be. I've known drivers to do that before.
Well, he might be living out in the sticks there, and they don't have that. You got to get the cow and the donkey to go turn the internet on.
Hey, man, if I lived out there, you'd see me out there with a shovel digging a trench for my own internet feed.
I thought you'd be putting up a big antenna.
No. I'll dig a
Satellite.
satellite line myself. Satellite's too slow. They haven't figured that out yet. SpaceX is working on it though.
Well, I don't know so much about that because we do a lot of 4K and HD broadcasting.
Yeah, but
we've done from Mexico.
you have to pay for those special satellites.
Well,
Those are expensive.
for the money you save living in the country, you could afford a nice satellite.
You have a personal
All
satellite.
right. There you go. We're gridding them up. It looks like we're seeing the Lethal Racing member there, Mason Prater and his Bilstein Ultra Motorsports machine, General Tire.
And then we have the number 2 of Roland Johns in that RJ Racing and Mongo Racing, running his General Tire, and it looks like Butler Media on the back.
And let's see what we got next. Brock Dickerson and that Fox Shocks machine, BF Goodrich, CBR, Pro-Am Brakes, and Baja Design Lights. Big shout out to Pro-Am
And
and
then
the boys at McKenzie's. It's all right.
No, you're fine. And then we have the 152. That's going to be Francisco Pieta in that Sparco and Mexico paint scheme. I still love that paint scheme. It's super simple, and it's nice and clean. Beautiful.
It's got that nice little fade transition. I like
Yeah. A little bit of forest green in there.
that. The Mexico. And Brian Osborne, great to have him back again. The Black Rhino Performance. I'm trying to see what's on the hood there.
Looks like Leighton Kramer Racing School.
Leighton Kramer Racing School. There you go.
All right. And our favorite tortilla. Our favorite tortilla machine maker. I can't put it together. We have Lawrence Equipment, and that's going to be Mikey Lawrence running in the number 85. Haas. Looks like King in the back. BF Goodrich.
El Camas restaurants.
Oh yeah, you're right. I missed that.
And then, of course, a throwback to that Chevy Thunder Flannery Racing, Walker Evans Wheels and Shocks machine there of Kyle Cooper, the 873. Liking that. Liking the retro.
I am too. I always like it when they do throwbacks. It's a nice homage to some of the drivers. All right, Anthony Chusey. Good to see him out here racing the number 36 Lucas Oil Regional Off-Road Series paint scheme. Looks like House Smokers and Hoonigans. And then also we have Lucas Oil and then FSGD, I believe, on the front.
I believe you are correct.
Yep. And General Tires to wrap it all up.
GT, baby. And it's Reese Newer in the Lucas Oil Troy Design Sparco Adidas machine there. Is that Arnold Racing?
I believe you are correct, yes. And then in the number 43, we have James Randolph in the Powerhouse VWparts.com paint scheme with a BF Goodrich and also the number 43. Looks like he's got CDZ Apparel, Sparco, and all our other sponsors. Looks like super clean on the back.
And, of course, Eric Jacobus in the JE Racing, Mickey Thompson Tires. And trying to make out the other ones. I know K&N's on there. Bomber Eyewear. Dirt Logic. Of course, Dirt Logic, the shocks made by FabTech. And super clean.
Oh, and look at that. Ashton Perfect, before we get going, running a new paint scheme. The Perfect Motorsports, Lucas Oil, KI, is that CarTech? Off-roads?
Yes, CarTech Off-Road.
Okay, it's clipped. Running that number 9, and also Ultra Motorsports rims. So definitely good choice out there.
Oh, definitely. Dave Bonner and all the guys over at CarTech. Big supporters of the Lucas Oil. They're our presenting sponsor for the regional series.
And we can't forget our fastest man in the West, leading the pack.
Yeah, Gary Lane. Oh, man. Dude, you should see that guy on a speedway bike at over 70.
That's awesome.
And I'm talking not over 70 miles an hour, over 70 years of age.
Yeah,
and he wins.
That takes some cojones.
He races with the 50-year-olds, the youngsters, he says, and goes and beats them. All right, here we are. We are green, green, green. We got to roll over in the middle of the park.
Oh, no, that's getting a little heavier than we want to see.
Oh, it's getting a little gnarly out there.
Eric Jacobus pulling the sticker off and sending it. Luckily, threaded the needle between two drivers.
And it looks like Roland Johns there and Mason Prater. I'm still seeing green out there.
That is correct. No cautions thrown out. They have, guess they get to deal with what happened.
So it's Prater, Johns, Dickerson, top three.
And talk about a classic side-by-side coming around that corner. That was beautiful.
That's what you want to see is when they mirror each other. Nice lines, taking it low there. Mason had that preferred middle line.
Roland whipping it out, trying to get a little more edge around that corner.
Yeah, I love it how they pitch those things sideways and literally back it in. You know, Kyle LeDuc, king of the backing it in there in a real Pro 4. So I'm excited to see what he does in virtual time because these kids are doing it. John's trying to hold off Dickerson there.
And we do know it's the top two. So from last time, they got a Johns has a tall order. Dickerson's doing a really good job. I know Johns is ahead of him, but Dickerson's been able to keep that inside line. Oh, looks like he gives him a nose. That might create an opening for Reese Newer to get in there.
Yeah, Reese has been really on fire. Unfortunately, he had an incident last night. You know, took him off the track, and he had to come back and tag the back. But he ran really well.
And there we go. We are at the halfway point. Caution is out. These guys are going to stack and re-rack and get back out there.
So I do believe we're going to go green this next time around, correct?
That is correct, yeah. It should just be
All
one
right.
quick pace lap. Or it should be, this lap is the pace lap, and then they're going to go green.
Yes. So it's literally hit the brakes, pace it, stack them back up, drop the green flag, drop the hammer.
Yep, yep. All right.
So
hopefully-
Mason Prater, in that Bilstein machine, leads them. And we are green, green, green. See a couple people, Jacob is trying to break out there, get a little clean air there. Look at Johns and and Dickerson battling there. On board with Dickerson. Dickerson looking up the inside. Here we go. Could be a challenge. Oh, a little tag there on Johns.
Once again, these guys doing a good job keeping it as clean as possible. Dickerson, giving him a nose, but definitely not too much to really throw the game for him.
That's just enough to remind him he's there.
Yeah, and that's all you really need to do. Just a little bit of a tap at most, and it gets into their head a little bit. It definitely gets a little frustrating, even though you're not getting hit hard. It definitely, as a driver, you get tapped around a tad bit. You're going to get a little frustrated. And you're going to start making mistakes, and that's what you're trying to do a little bit is get into the mindset, or get into the mind of the other driver, and create that opening for yourself.
Well, psychological warfare is a big part of auto racing for sure.
Oh yeah.
The intimidation factor is always there. Especially when you got well-known fast drivers coming up, knocking on your door.
Mason Prater doing a great job staying clean up in front. Man, these guys are hitting the same marks. Not much is changing between them every single lap. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely looking good here. Still Trader, Johns, and Dickerson equally spaced out there. Reese Newer trying to chase him down. Is that Watson, I do believe? Walking back and forth behind him.
Don't
No,
think
not
so.
Watson. I'm sorry, that was Ashton. in
That's
fifth.
correct, yes.
Saw a 3 if I thought it was a 5.
All right, this is it.
Oh, this is going to be it. Here we go. Top 2 qualify.
Oh, did you see?
Rainer goes to the dance. Johns goes to the Jets. Oh, Dickerson outside the bubble.
Yeah.
Everybody else goes to the LCQ.
For anyone that didn't catch that, Dickerson made a smart move. Off that jump, he actually dove it towards the K-rail on the outside, trying to just keep a straight line and keep that speed. A lot of these guys lose speed trying to readjust themselves coming out of that jump.
Yeah, that was we've seen that many times here at this track.
Yeah, definitely a good try, and it was a close one.
Of course, this heat brought to you by CVR, Rigid Industries, AIM Data Systems, K&N, Super Clean, Lawrence Equipment, Bomber Eyewear, BDC Apparel. All right, we got Sean Heck with a new scheme, looking good. Loving that. Like the teal, black, and silver on the 619 machine.
You think he's one of those guys that has a suit for every occasion?
I think so.
I think so too. Even if it's slightly off, it's a different suit. Slightly different color. I brought out a different suit. Don't worry about it. No, but always an awesome paint scheme.
But I don't think his suit inside matches his paint scheme.
Oh, man. Then we have the number 17, Trenton Briley, running in that Critical Hit Bachelor's Shreddy, Approved Memory, TG, and 92 designs on the front. Nice gold and black paint scheme. Trenton always having a good run, but just not able to to get that nose around towards the end of the game. So hopefully we'll see him change it up on this race, but definitely always a fast driver out on the track.
Yeah, Trenton always drives on the edge, and that's what I like about him.
All right. The number 66, Brody Graham, racing for Lethal Racing. Looks like he's got a Lethal Racing paint scheme. Ultra Motorsports, CBR, CDZ, Rigid, K&N.
Keep going. UPS is here.
Okay, you got it. And then in the number 6, our favorite team out here, the drinking team. That's going to be the number 6 of Ricky Johnson, running in Papas and Beers on the right below the drinking team. K&N, Super Clean, Bomber Eyewear, Sparco, Rigid. We also have the 155. Yes, Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer paint scheme of Brandon Furman, Furman. And he also got Haviland on there, Canon, Hitachi Power Tools, and Ray-Bans. And then BF Goodrich. We also have the Salty Crew, the 501. That's going to be Trey Hernquist in General Tires, Method Racing, Fox, and then Stofers. Stofers Oil Racing. Just kidding. I believe it's a SCH, but I don't know which one that is. So we're just gonna continue on, and then we have Sean Stanton in the number 172 iRacing short course paint scheme, and that XS Motorsports, AIM, Lucas Oil, Sparco, CDZ, Lawrence. He's got all the sponsors on there, even iRacing. Beautiful paint scheme. Dave, you want to take this one away?
I got it. There we go. To Daniel Rampart in that Fox back machine, impact safety gear, KMC wheels, BF Goodrich tires. Liking that Jesse Jones looking machine there. And then you got the Max Pappas Racing's MPI machine, snap-on, with Chaden Zane Minder. Chaden, one of our young drivers, the Lucas Oil Off-Road Series and Regionals. Then you got Michael Brayton, Mungo Racing, and the 022 AIM CBR. It looks like K&N, Super Clean, Lawrence Equipment, and Rigid Industries, and Sparco. It's making stuff up. And then it's Hot Wheels of George Lamosis, and that XM Radio Coca-Cola Slurpee machine. And then looks like Ford.
Yep. And then 4 Ocean in the back.
4 Ocean. There we go.
Oh, look at this.
Ooh, Bradley Ellis. The Ellis Fence Company. Very cool. A new driver of the series.
Yep. Looks like he's running G Out Racing Performance on the back.
That's what I was trying to figure out what that was. G Out. Okay.
Yep. And then it looks like we're waiting on one more, but we have the 102, technically the 99. Kyle Luke.
Forever.
Or Kyle the Duke. Oof.
Well,
slap me.
You know what the 102 is actually how many wins he has now.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm dead serious. 102 short course wins.
Wow.
The guy's a feat.
That is beastly.
So, and always great sponsors of his. Of course, Toyo Tires, WD-40, the Monster Energy team there, Ultra Wheels, K&N, King Shocks.
Looks like we're rolling off.
This will be interesting.
Yeah, he's sitting in 14th out of
Yes.
all these drivers, so he has a lot to make up. But
if it was real life, I'd just say I'll be back to give him this trophy.
I'm kind of curious because we heard from a little birdie that he might be with a new racing setup right now on his car. He's got a different tune.
I did hear something about that.
So we actually might see him drive up the field. He didn't have a chance to put down a fast time. So This is going to be interesting. I'd definitely keep an eye out on him.
But, you know, Ricky Johnson's fast out there, Trent Briley, Sean Heck, Brody Graham. That kid's got some speed. You know, it's going to be interesting here. Green flag is up.
In the back. Oh, that is not going to be good.
Did he just get pushed into the wall by somebody?
Yeah, he did, but he bounced back. He recovered that. That was beautiful.
Yep, absolutely. Got to wonder on that one. Trent Briley jumps out to an early lead. Looks like, is that Sean Heck behind him?
Yeah, that is Sean Heck behind Trenton Briley. So Trenton able to get up ahead, but we have some accidents in the back.
Fucking some.
But Sean Heck does not want to let Trenton get away from him.
No. Not at all. So Briley, Heck, Graham here. Once again, 8 laps make up the distance here in the second heat race.
That's correct.
Lap 2, yeah, Briley and Heck still battling. Those are the 2 transfer positions. That's where you want to be. Graham just outside the bubble.
All right, and speaking of drivers making huge jumps, LeDuc is in 5th place.
And I'm supposed to be shocked.
I'm just saying he dodged like 8 cars getting into an accident, and he's made it out clean.
Yep, there he goes. He's going to go after, going to go chase down Ricky Johnson and Brody Graham.
And it looks like we're coming up on our halfway point. Caution should be coming out.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Well, I do believe the next time around, because that's lap 3.
That's correct.
Yeah, 5 laps to go. Okay.
They should be calling it now. Yep.
There
Everyone's
it is.
slowing down.
A little late on that one. So the interesting spot, Trent Briley and Sean Heck in the sweet spots. But
They
Brody
are.
Graham right on their tail. Ricky Johnson, Kyle LeDuc. We got Rampart and Minder. Ooh. Going to be a close one. It's going to be I'll tell you, when we go to that LCQ, it's going to be tough, man. There's a lot of talent still left to go race.
I know. It's getting tough every single race because these guys keep getting better and better.
And everybody's getting better and better in this one.
Yeah. Oh. Quick push out of that gate. Looks like Ricky Johnson and also, who is that? Pushing around with him. Brody Graham getting into it.
Yeah, you can see some wall riding going on there.
Yep, Trenton Briley able to get out of that that mess there.
Did Graham just elbow his way up to second place?
I believe so.
How awesome is that? Oh, here comes Sean Heck. Answers back.
Yeah.
Graham back to 3rd. Johnson to 4th. LeDuc still sitting 5th.
Hey, man, you put out your elbows, I'll put out mine.
Yeah, that's right. That's the original OG Ricky Johnson move. His 10 feet, his elbows just got 10 feet wide going through turn 2. The Bad Boy Club.
Look at that. Look who's trying to nose in. Sean Stratton trying to get on the inside of Kyle LeDuc and ended up pushing him out.
I think he just passed him.
He did.
So it's going to be very, very interesting here. With 3 laps to go, now 2 laps to go. Next time around, the white flag will be coming out. Riley and Heck.
Still going at it, but definitely looks like Trent's got a pretty solid lead. But look at that. Look who's trying to find his way up there, Brody Graham.
Brody's been tough, I'll tell you.
He's that turn 1. He had his front tire just a smidge away from his back panel. I was surprised Brody didn't give him a little bit of a tap.
Well, I can tell he's been getting better each race. Of course, he's putting the time in, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Getting some practice time, getting these simulators going. It pays off. He's a very talented young driver in real life.
And it's crazy how much of that talent actually transfers over into iRacing.
Oh, it does. It really does. These are race simulators. Keep on telling people it's not a video game. Everything is very similar as it can. Nothing can replace the real thing.
Not yet. But yeah, no,
I don't know.
is.
Your heart doesn't get going like it does in the real thing.
Look at that, into the finish.
Oh, it's going to be a photo finish here.
Oh my gosh.
Riley.
Should we get that on a replay?
Oh man.
Let me change up angles.
Probably had that for about at least 25%.
Yeah, he did. But man, Sean was pushing on him. He had it.
But Sean's good. He's going to the main event.
Oh yeah, he is. And you know, we had Sean Heck up in the podium a couple races too. He's definitely a fast driver. Yep. You can't count out. And that's what we're seeing. A lot of these drivers out here, they're all fast. And if you're looking at their qualifying times during, you know, those guys were so close that it's kind of insane.
Oh, I agree.
They're all breaking like thousandths of a second off of each other. It's not hundreds, it's thousands. They're you know, there's really no room for error. All right, time for the LCQ.
All right, let's see. Some talent going in there for sure. I mean, come on, look at this. Brock Dickerson, Brody Graham, Luis Newer. We got Braden Cheramani. And there, Kyle LeDuc's going to be going in.
Yep.
Ashton Perfect, he's been on top of it. Ricky Johnson, Anthony Chuzzi. How about Mikey Lawrence?
Yeah, he's sitting there.
I got a message from him. He lives out in Banning area, and of course, with that apple fire that was going on, I'm sure he had to kind of get out of the area. So he was kind of bummed he couldn't make it last night, but I think that's totally excusable.
Yeah. Your world's burning down. You get a pass on that one.
Well, I think it was 92, 93. We were living in Laguna, and we had the Laguna Beach fires.
Oh my gosh!
And I remember getting up there and being trapped, and we were hosing down the house and got in the pool and had to be rescued by a helicopter getting out of there.
That's crazy.
It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
So I couldn't imagine, you know, what they were going through. Well, I mean, actually, I can't imagine.
Yeah. Now the only fire I got to witness up close was I think it was the 2009. No, it was like 2012 Arizona fire that happened out by Blythe. The Arizona forest teams were using portable water pumps in the Blythe River to fight the fire at the water's edge.
Wow.
Yeah, I was driving my stand-up around, and we got up to that past the bridge. It's that second housing area where it kind of goes to the left, and they actually were evacuating those houses because it was they were prepping for it to jump across the river.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly, and of course a lot of that stuff in the summertime gets dry.
Oh yeah.
Well, it looks like our LCQ has been populated with a plethora of talented drivers. Drive around this undulating track. I broke my word of the day calendar out.
Yeah, I was about to say undulating. That's a big word. You're gonna have to make me break out my dictionary.
So Dickerson, Graham, Newer, Johnson, LeDuc, Osborne, Hernquist, Mickey Lawrence. Oh my goodness. Furman, Piata, Brayton, Cooper, Jacobus, Lamosis, Randolph, and Mender, as well as Rampart, Cheramani, Ellis, and it looks like Lewis, and I missed one of the names there. Switch screens on me.
All right, here we go.
Oh my gosh, look at Gary Lane just whipping off that jump. Pull off the track.
I'm telling you, man, fastest truck in the West.
He holds the track record. Well, the green flag is up. We are green, green, green. Sorry, my voice crack. I think I went through puberty again.
Yeah, right. Brock Dickerson trying to chase down Brody Graham right now. Oh, and we have a pileup up at turn 2. Reese Newer breaking out alive. Right behind him, Ricky Johnson and Brock Dickerson.
So Newer into the lead, Dickerson and Johnson. And is that Brody Graham?
That's Brody Graham right sitting in fourth, but him and Ricky. Oh, and he pushes him into the pits.
Oh, gnarly. Reese Newer's like, hey, bud, I'm fine up front.
That's tough, too. You go to those pits and you do an unsafe pit entrance, you get a black flag. So he's not coming back on the track with enough time.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yep, you got to be careful. Can't ride up there.
And especially you have to come and get in third out of one of the heat races.
I know, right?
So Reese Newer, the Sparko, Lucas Oil, Troy Lee Designs, Adidas driver, getting chased down by the Fox-backed machine of Brock Dickerson. And then the drinking team.
Dude,
Ricky.
that was perfect. That was like the smoke clearing and Reese just shooting over the jump.
Yeah.
Still a good fight in the back with some of the drivers.
It's a great shot as they all come by, leaping across that finish line. Or, I'm sorry, across the turn 2, I should say.
Little tabletops, I guess.
Yeah.
They're not too big, but they're small tables, kid size.
Did I see Kyle LeDuc go into 4th place?
That is correct. LeDuc has been muscling his way up there. Just got around Brody Graham and now is chasing someone else down.
This is like real life.
He is on a mission, and that mission is to win. Oh, look at that. Brock Dickerson getting onto the inside.
Yeah, Dickerson and Johnson trying to chase down Newer.
We're on the final lap.
Yep. And it looks like Graham fighting back with LeDuc.
Into the finish.
Oh,
Reese
just
Newer
crazy.
and Brock Dickerson are going to make it. Wow.
And no Ricky Johnson. No Kyle LeDuc.
No.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Real surprised Ashton Perfect. He runs really well at the Reno track. Been having trouble here at Chandler. LeDuc 4th. Brody Graham 5th. Mikey Lawrence 6th. Like I said, look at the talent that didn't make it in. Anthony Chuzzi's in there.
It's crazy.
Yeah, mind-blowing.
Yeah. Like you
It's
go back to the beginning.
mind-boggling.
You go back to the beginning of the season. Anthony Chuzzi, we had Mikey Lawrence, Ricky Johnson was in there, Ashton Perfect.
Yeah.
You know, some of the drivers that you know, Brian Osborne was in there. Like a lot of those drivers.
Yeah. And now it's just like, okay, we just flip the switch and change things around here. So we got the warm-up here. We're going to populate our main event here.
Everyone hitting the track. All right, we got 4 minutes to go. Let's give our sponsors some love, and then we'll talk about the race that's coming up.
Well, I definitely want to thank CBR Performance Products for being behind this all the way. Also want to give a little love there to AIM Data Systems on board with this series. Sparko, keeping all the drivers safe and looking good. Lawrence Equipment. It's not clean.
It's super clean.
Bomber Eyewear. ADC Apparel. And am I forgetting anything?
I believe you didn't get K&N.
K&N. How could I forget?
I know.
That's
You know,
why
it's
my
one of those
truck-
things.
My truck runs so good because of my K&N air charger, cold air intake. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's one of those things you don't always see, but man, it helps out so much in all your vehicles.
I've got K&N on mine. I got the Rigid Industries going on mine. So really great products. Everyday driver as well as your race car.
Oh yeah.
And that's what's so nice. All these products are race proven.
Yeah, and you know when you get something that's race proven and tested like that, it is stuck through the meat grinder. Those things are beaten, battered, and really, you know, they're put to the limit. Anything that's stuck through any competitive cycle, it's and it comes out alive, it's definitely something you want to buy.
Yeah, and it's, you know, what's really cool is I might have been watching Diesel Brothers, but they are getting ready to put a radiator in one of their builds, and of course, what is it?
CBR.
It's CBR.
That's so awesome.
I get all excited.
Right? Big smile comes on the face. Like, I know those
Well,
people.
yeah, I just, you know, it's cool. I see Lucas Oil products, you know, the Walker of the wheels and shock stuff they deal with. You know, you see those guys dressed in Sparko race gear when they go out.
Yep.
So it's like, kind of really brings it all home. I'm so used to it and exposed to the track, but when I get to see it in everyday life, it just really shows. It's not always about the race vehicle out there. There's a whole plethora of other uses for these products, and a lot of them have to do with your daily driver.
Oh yeah.
It's not how It's how you get to the track and get home from the track.
Definitely
as
agree
well
on
as
that.
racing on the track.
All right, and for our broadcast sponsors, once again, Critical Hit Bass Lures for all your fishing needs. Don't catch yourself a guppy. And also Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems if you're looking for any home AV integration. And by integration, I mean almost anything can be set up to be remote controlled via touchpad, iPad, or touchscreen. And also networking needs for any of you guys out there that are lagging. Hit them up. They'll help you out. But also, something I wanted to talk about is... Oh, man, it just slipped my mind. No. Oh, that's what it was. A little bit of selfless promotion. For everyone out there that is watching that hasn't subscribed, please subscribe. It helps out a lot. This week, we actually have 6 races. Friday's our off night, and then we'll be back on Saturday with the race. So we did a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we have a race tomorrow and a race following up on Saturday. So that's a one-off week, but usually once a month we have a 5-race week, and for the rest of the year, we're going to have 4 races every single week if there isn't an off week for one of those leagues. So
what he's trying to say, go to Death by Moose Media, like it, follow it, love it,
share it,
enjoy it, share it, be it, enjoy it.
Yes, because we are going to try and bring you as much racing action as possible. I try to keep it... I'm pretty picky with my leagues in the sense of I want different content as much as possible. So I'm not going to throw NASCAR at you all day long. I'm not going to throw sprint cars at you, even though I love sprint cars. I try to get one of everything or get something that's a little bit different because, as someone that enjoys or has come to enjoy racing, I like seeing all the different styles of racing and disciplines.
I agree.
That's awesome.
I just got to kind of talking, you mentioned sprint cars. So I've been cleaning up some old SD cards that I had.
Yeah.
And last night I was going to reformat it. So I said, okay, let me look what's on it first. Well, it was my day with Corey Kruzman up in Ventura driving sprint cars.
Really?
And it was like really cool. I got to see how slow I was at first and then how fast and competitive I actually became later in the day, which was really fun. It was the first time I was in a sprint car in over 20 years.
That's awesome. Actually,
I thought it was kind of neat.
Kind of want to save up and get one eventually. Maybe in a couple years. I want to get myself a little dirt midget.
Well, you can find those on Skid Row.
Yeah.
You mean funny. A real car?
Yeah. Very funny.
And I believe it's a dirt little person you're talking about. We don't want to be derogatory.
If I remember correctly, they prefer to be called... I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go down that route.
They're vertically challenged, dirty little people.
They're just the Willows. I call them Willows.
Willows, that's right.
Such a good movie. For any young people out there that's never seen Willow, go watch it.
There you go. All right, looks like we're good.
Let's run through the line.
Ooh, look who's up front. Oh, my goodness.
The number 512 of Holden. High Rider. Sorry, didn't mean to step on you there.
No, hold on. Ritter.
Ritter. Oh, you're right. You know what? It's the German thing. Rider. I want to say that, but you're right. It's Ritter. Justice Bros on the side. Ultra Motorsports. Lethal Racing. AIM. Looks like Everseen. Action Gas and ZLT.
And then we're on to Luke Knupp in the Ultra Motorsports, Lethal Racing, and looks like Diamond Materials there.
Yep.
And Rigid Industries. And trying to see what the top right says.
Top right. Oh, that's Justice Bros. He also has another one, RAC.
Oh. I should have known about the Justice Brothers oil. There we go.
Yeah, we just touched about Justice Brothers.
No, I know. I just couldn't see it from my angle here.
Right. I get it. And look who's back. Elliott Watson. Having, he missed a race or two?
Yeah, he has, and it's great to see. I know he's getting ready for Vegas to Reno and the Honda Racing General Tire Talon team there.
That's so awesome.
KMC. Yep. Him and Christopher Polvardi are going to go take on the Vegas to Reno challenge.
And look at that. Jarrett Brooks out here in the 077 with his Bilstein General tires. All red. Jarrett Brooks Racing. That's cool. Looks like we also have a FK Mod, an Optima, and I can't read the other two small ones. Oh, and Oakley. It's got Oakley on there too.
Yes, he has Oakley. That's right. And then we're on to Zachary Drapkin there in the signature propellers. Super Clean CBR 92 designs. And Redline Oil.
And Braden Cheramonte in the 73 this time. We got the numbers correct. CSD Racing Products, RTL, AM Ortega Construction Company, and 92 Designs, and also Shreddy over those tires. That's awesome.
Or his alter ego name is Brandon.
Little jab there.
Inside joke, he'll know. Mateus Arona there in the Tursa Arona BF Goodrich machine.
And
what is this below Arona there? Couldn't see that.
below Arona, that's the it's the racing team. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but it says something below it.
1956.
Oh, okay.
And looks like Darren Hardesty is running a shiny paint scheme. Looks like
someone peeled off half of his stickers.
Yep, he's going with the translucent chrome. That's pretty interesting. Didn't work, Darren. But he usually runs in the number 99. So definitely.
Did you do that on purpose?
I don't know. You're going to be able to see him everywhere on the track now. He might have pulled it off for Kyle LeDuc.
Oh, that could be. Yeah.
I heard him saying something about that. Oh, and look at that. The number 57, Ethan Ebert.
Okay, well, let's talk about the guy that's all the way up front on the outside. That's the points leader.
Someone's listening to the broadcast.
with this guy, who's the leader also. They're tied for points.
Yeah.
So the Ultra Motorsports Rigid Industries. And then we got a little bit of a Chevy Thunder there with Sheldon Creed. And looks like BF Goodrich, American Racing Custom Wheels.
Yep, Justice Bros.
Yeah, the JB on there.
And then KC
Highlights.
Highlights, my bad.
Remember the big old KC round ones with the big smiley face on the cover?
Yep.
They're like one of the OG companies there.
They are. All right.
And that's a beautiful paint scheme there on that Bill Stein. Ultra Motorsports, Lethal Racing, General Tire Machine of Mason Prater.
And we have the number 17 of Trenton Briley running in the 92 Designs TG, Approved Memory, Shreddy, and Critical Hit Bass Lures on the top. So he's going to try and fish himself a win out there, but we'll see what happens. And looks like we have the number 02. That's going to be Roland Johns in RJ Racing on Instagram. We have a Butler Media on the back. Mongo Racing is the team. And a nice shiny yellow and blue paint scheme. Running all
is that
our...
like
What's up?
Is that gold chrome or whatever?
Yeah, I think so. And to his right, the the Affordable Stickers Service himself, Sean Heck in the 619.
Pretty cool. He's got on that teal all the Affordable Stickers logo there.
Yep.
And then Reese Newer in the Lucas Oil, Troy Lee Designs, Sparco Adidas, and R&R Racing. I believe that's part of the Robert Van Beekham R&R Steel, R&R Racing. And then Brock Dickerson and that Fox Back Machine, CBR, Pro-Am Brakes, and Baja Designs. Lights lighting up the desert.
All right, so I have a surprise for you. We actually had 4 entries out of the LCQ. Look at that.
Oh, boy. So Ricky Johnson, yeah, baby. The drinking team, pop us some beer. Bomber Eyewear, AIM, Rigid, all the others. Good ones on there.
And side by side with him, Kyle LeDuc. This is Those two guys are both fast drivers bringing up the back. This is going to be interesting.
Oh, I know. I mean, we got Sheldon Creed, Jared Brooks in there. We've got Luke Knupp, Watson, Hardesty. It's the who's who of short course.
Yeah. Like, look at that field.
Watson has a buggy championship. Darren Hardesty's got 2 buggy championships. Kyle LeDuc, over 102 wins in short course. And, gosh, multiple Pro 4 champions, Lucas Oil Off-Road.
That is...
He's won Crandon. He's won the biggest races in the world when it comes to short course off-road.
Yeah, and that right there is honestly a field of winners. It's insane. I would be scared to be sitting in between, or in a car with those guys.
Yeah, Holden Highrider's so fast. Luke Knupp, Watson, Briley, Johns, Sean Heck, Dickerson, Johnson, LeDuc, Ethan Ebert. Oh my goodness, Braden Giramonti, Drapkin, Arona. Arona's been real quiet. He's always in there and he's making it. I'm waiting for his breakthrough to get on that podium.
I hope it's tonight, because he honestly puts in the time, and he does always have good runs, but he gets caught up in some of the accidents, and it kind of ruins his night. But he's always fast.
Yeah, some things used to happen to me. Sometimes I'd say if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all.
Exactly.
I think he's feeling it that way right now.
But hey, it could be the day, so let's see what happens.
Yep.
All right, let's look a little bit at our comment section. Looks like Chris Newer saying smart money is on the 077. I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to say that Luke Knupp or Holden Highrider might be able to keep him off, but because Jarrett Brooks coming back from quite a bit of a break, that might have an adverse effect. Even though he was fast on his qualifying lap, racing against drivers is another thing.
We'll see. I'm going to say I'm not going to make any predictions because this is a toss-up.
I know it is. It's going to be tough.
I'm kind of excited to see Johnson and LeDuc, see how they work on this field.
Right? Okay, so let's make a small guesstimation. How many positions do you think LeDuc and Johnson will make before the comp caution?
Let's see. More than one, less than 18.
That is spot on.
18 drivers.
Chris, we really putting $20 on that? Because I'll take that bet. Now, quick question before we get started, Chris. What is the text me what the qualifying terms are, so that we can be for sure on that.
Say what?
Chris put $20 so that Jared Brooks isn't going to be the one to keep an eye on.
That he isn't?
Yes.
Or is?
That Chris says he's the one to keep an eye on. I said he wasn't.
Oh well, I'm not going to argue with him on that either. So I am not counting any of these drivers out.
I just like having a little fun. That's all.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey.
Oh, pick a guy. Oh man. All right, I'll throw out a wild card. Zap Drapkin, I got you. We'll go toe to toe. How about that?
I'm going Switzerland. And there we are. The green flag drops. Highrider Knupp out front, rides the wall. Highrider and Watson in tow.
Oh, a little bit of a hold up around that corner. Brooks able to break away clean.
It looks like Chiramani.
Oh! Holden Highrider getting to the side. Oh, and look at the Watson pushing Brooks out a little bit.
I think Watson had that inside line for sure preferred.
Oh, yeah.
This reminded me of their own trophy cart days, these kids. Or some of them are young men. They're married and have kids now, which blows me away, Jarrett.
Oh, did you see Sheldon Creed on both front tires coming out of that jump? Oh, he's a little all over the place.
Might have messed with his settings a little bit there and went the wrong way.
That could have happened.
But Luke Knupp, right where he wants to be, his home track. He knows this probably better every bump, every rock, every nook, every cranny of that track for sure. Jared Brooks.
Nice slide.
Oh, look at that. Brooks with a nice slide up the hill, and Watson looks right underneath him. He'll have that inside line. There we go. Look at this. Clean driving. There we go.
Yeah,
Turn 1 and turn 2 with these guys could always be a problem. But look how clean they are now.
Yeah,
that first lap sucked.
It was tough, but Luke Knupp is checking out. Look at him go. Up in the front. You're right. This is his groove. He's gone.
I don't know about gone, because there's Holden.
You're right. But he's got a pretty strong lead on him.
I'm afraid to say anything at this time. I'm watching as we go on board with Jared Brooks as he's back in the catbird seat in third, the final podium position as he watches Knupp and Heidritter. But I believe he's reeling them in. He's got the pole out. A couple of big mouth bass out there. He's got the critical hit bass lure on him.
Yeah, and honestly, he made that turn perfectly. So, and you can see since those guys are having to battle it out, their lines are just a little bit off, and that's going to throw off everything out there.
Yeah, Jarek's always been a by the numbers driver, I'd say. He hits all his marks. He's so careful, very smooth. Even as a young driver in karts, he was that way.
Yep, and he's around Elliott Watson now.
Yep, well, he was around Watson there, that last one.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
He moved into third out of turn 2.
Ooh.
Only 20 laps to go.
Ethan Ebert getting up on the binders there, trying to prevent an accident.
All right, let's take a look at this. LeDuc now up to 12th. There's Johnson. Look around.
That's correct.
There's Reese Newer. Trying to get him in there. So Drapkin, Johnson up to 9th. Riley in 10th. Hardesty 11th. Look at Dickerson all the way back in 13th with Heck in 14th. Prater, unfortunately, I think he got caught up in that. It sucks again. He's having horrible luck this year. Johnson quicker on the move than LeDuc. Kind of a little surprise there. Roland Johns. That middle of that pack there, you can see him back there fighting. But it's just basically Heidritter following around Knupp.
Yeah.
And on board with Ethan Ebert. Ebert's sitting in 4th right now. I'm sorry, 5th. I mean, this is pretty much a flip-flop with what happened yesterday. Ethan was in the lead. Luke was in 5th.
Yeah.
Ethan needs to get up there.
They both have their favorite tracks. They just need to get out of their comfort zone a little bit and kind of nail down the other track. And we did talk to the admins a little bit. Oh, I probably shouldn't spoil it until later. Never mind. I was gonna announce the next track, but nope. That
We're
might
going
be a
down to
surprise.
Estero Beach in Mexico. What?
It's gonna be just a straightaway.
It's a drag race.
That'd be awesome. All right. Looks
technically these guys, they can actually tie up at the end of the series, and we'll have to go down to how many podiums, first, seconds, or thirds. Add them up.
That'd be awesome if they did that. If they tied it up.
I saw Kyle LeDuc win a championship from Carl Rennesener that way. Both came last race of the year. Everybody's calculating. Carl, I went, yeah, but we're going to go on to podiums, and Kyle's had more firsts. And everybody was like, nah. Sure enough, Kyle walked away with the championship.
All right, riding along with the number 512 Holden High Rider. Right behind Luke Knupp. And the caution is out. So this is it. Caution's out. They're going to go ahead and pace around, and we're going to see these guys pretty much stack back up again. And it's going to get heavy.
Time to re-rack them and restack them.
Such a catchy phrase.
Yeah, it's been a good one for me.
It is a great one.
And here we are. The cop caution is out. And boy, do I miss the roar of the big bore of these things in real life. Pro 4s, 900 plus horsepower.
I'm so bummed out I missed Glen Helen.
It was good.
I
The
know.
racing was incredible.
I'm going to make the next one. No Ronavirus is going to stop me.
Yeah, well, the next one's in Wheatland, Missouri. Good luck.
I don't mind driving.
Have you been to have you been to Missouri in August?
I don't think I actually have been to Missouri.
You could swim through the air.
Ooh, I'll pass on that.
Yeah.
I've done Illinois in the sun in fall and
Yeah, I watched a couple of our young drivers get heat stroke there.
Oh yeah.
Chris Noons, one time doing the fish, and then it'll beat you out. I would literally step off onto the track because we did our interviews on the track.
Yeah.
And they bring out a mobile podium. And a truck pulls the podium up. We get up there. My glasses would literally steam up as soon as they stepped onto it from the water evaporating off the track that fast.
Yeah, I mean, when there's that much humidity, it feels like you're breathing water. Like to breathe is heavy.
Yeah, and the trucks don't run the greatest either.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine. Do they do anything different for their intakes for the humidity? Do they have like maybe some way to siphon out the moisture out of the air?
No, I believe it's just a different jetting system. I believe.
Okay. Just to deal with the high moisture.
Yeah, yeah. But now they've gone with a lot of these guys have gone to the fuel injections and the Motec systems and
changes everything.
Yeah, I mean it's not like old school like I remember. It wasn't the days like a tuner car where you could pull your laptop out. Now it's like that.
Okay, Fast and Furious. Lift the seat, find 6 NOS bottles.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, that really happens.
Racing for pinks. All right, here we go. Green flags
so it's
up.
Luke Knupp, Holden Nyritter, Jarrett Brooks. Top 3. Ooh, Sheldon Creed sitting back in 12th. My goodness. And the green flag drops. Here we go. Get up, Nyritter.
Jared Brooks looking to the inside of that corner on Holden Heitrider.
Look at Reese.
Oh,
Miller
and he takes a
Ethan
nose.
Ebert. Oh, we got contact. Ooh. Look at him throw it sideways.
Oh,
there.
Ethan Ebert getting pushed out.
Oh no! He's back on the 4 wheels down, but it's not going to matter. And it looks like he's at caution flag.
That's correct, folks. Caution is out.
Are we going to see a black flag for a driver?
Possibly.
With only 10 laps to go. There's Roland Johns, Chris Muir, there's Drapkin, Briley, Johnson, Creed, Jeremani, LeDuc, Heck. Oh my goodness.
This restart's going to be critical.
Good up, Heitrider, Brooks. It looks like, is that Watson?
And fourth, yeah.
Yep, Watson there in the Honda. Roland Johns, Reese Newer, Zach Drapkin.
Looks like we're pacing one more time.
Darren Hardesty up to 8th. Briley 9th. Johnson. LeDuc still sitting back in that 13th position now. He has not been able to crack it, but still, are we counting the laps here?
Yeah, we are counting down the laps.
Okay, so it'll be 8 to go next time around.
Yep, and we should be getting ready to see these guys stack up.
Oh, this is going to get interesting.
Yep. All right, look as that pack tightens up a little bit.
Nose to tail. And should be green flag this time. Here we go. No, it's not.
No, it is.
What's going on?
It was a late start
It
by
is,
Luke Knupp.
okay. Holden Jarrett Brooks right behind him.
Oh. Jared Brooks gave Hold a little bit of a push there.
And he actually helped him out, I think, a little bit.
Tad bit, yeah. Oh.
Watson and Johns toe to toe, door to door. Man, that is a rough bump to come off and keep that thing straight.
Oh, yeah.
I know I've tried it in practice and it throws you right up into the pits if you're not careful. Question is now, can Luke Knupp hold it together? Can Holden rattle him?
Elliott Watson getting on the side of Jarrett Brooks. Oh, he cuts in front of his nose. Now Roland Johns going side to side with him.
Almost 3 wide out of turn 3.
Yeah, look at the battle between those three.
He slides up. Holden. Irider still holding his line there with Knupp. Brooks and Watson and Johns throwing down. Gloves are off. 6 laps to go. It says now it's 5. Coming up this next time around.
Yep, should be 6 laps to go.
Yeah, we're on 6 to go. Next time around will be 5.
Roland Johns getting on the side.
Ooh. Oh! He just punted Brooks out a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell you, the gloves are off. Knapp, though.
Still holding strong.
Unrattled, yeah.
He's in his groove. He's found it.
He's found that iron constitution right now. He is focused.
Oh, Jarrett Brooks giving Roland Johns a little bit of his medicine there. Last corner they met each other.
I was gonna say paybacks are, you know.
It's 4 laps to go. It's definitely gonna happen now.
Did I just see John just give a little love there to Drapkin?
Possibly.
Yeah, Johns and Drapkin battling there.
Oh, John's catching the rail.
Drapkin the inside line there. See, where's Johnson?
Oh, and look at that. Darren Hardesty. Oh, his paint finally loaded. Catching up to Drapkin.
Finally, we made an event and he paint loads.
Yeah, right.
That's why I wasn't sure. I was like, wait a minute, who is that now? Oh, yeah. Driver to be named later. With 4 laps to go, Knupp stretches his lead out. Highrider in second. Watson is third. Brooks still battling for that 4th position. So he finally got a little breathing room. Sheldon Creed having a rough night for sure back there. Always one of the favorites.
All right. I don't know if you're seeing this, but it looks like Holden is actually gaining speed on Luke right now. He came out of that into the turn 1. Oh, and Elliott.
I was going to say, look at Watson. And Watson just said, excuse me.
He just spun him.
And it's amazing Watson getting in there, but to see iRider just hold on to it, to get right back on that bumper, didn't even phase him.
That's so awesome.
And Luke's just got to hit his marks now.
Yeah.
He's got this one.
No pressure.
Well, I think the pressure now is Watson if Holden's going to say, hey, remember me?
Yeah, I think so. And especially on this corner right here.
Hello, Mr. Watson.
Turn 3 is
Holden.
Payback Alley.
There you go. Look at him swapping through there. And looks like a little swap space there. Crossover. Watson. Holt Rider.
Oh, getting into it.
Oh!
That's going to cause some traffic.
And look who's coming up behind him.
They
Jared Brooks.
They need to be careful. Oh, and he overturns. Oh, no.
Oh. And he's able to hold on to it. How did he do that?
They are flopping around. Oh, Jared Brooks swinging out too far.
There's Watson underneath him. Oh, my goodness. Drapkin. He's moving up through the field.
Oh, Drapkin gets pushed off the track.
So Knupp takes the win. Holds it high rider. And oh, is it Watson? No, it's Brooks. Oh my goodness. How crazy was that? A photo finish practically. The Trophy Cart kids take the top 3 positions. Actually, the top 5 were former Trophy Cart kids. That is awesome. Luke's still one of our mod cart drivers.
Ooh. Sending it for
Look
a
at Luke.
quick roll.
He is celebrating. It's like a dog that just found his bone. And now, Luke Knupp has the points lead. Ethan Ebert finishes 9th. Not going to help him out at all as he slips back, but to hold on, I believe, still to 2nd place.
What a run.
I can't wait to hear. Yeah, I can't wait to hear what Brooks says about him and Elliott.
Great job to Luke Knupp. And it looks like everyone is bouncing out. All right, so once again, the finishing results: Luke Knupp taking 1st place, 2nd going to Holden Heitrider, 3rd going to Jarrett Brooks, Darren Hardesty taking 4th, 5th going to Elliott Watson, Roland Johns taking 6th, Zap Drapkin taking 7th, Sean Heck taking 8th, Ethan Ebert 9th, and Ricky Johnson in 10th. Oof.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of talent right there in that top 10. And including the guys back to 18th place. I mean, Showsock, Newer, Briley, Leduc.
Hold up. We have a quick edit. Darren Hardesty gets 3rd place. Jarrett Brooks got a DQ.
Oh! Holy shnikes.
Yes, I believe that was because Jarrett sent it in on that one corner. Or 2 corners, he kind of sent it in pretty hard. And that was either the one where Zap Drapkin got pushed out or where he doored Watson really hard. Man.
You know what? That's above my pay grade.
Yeah, no, that's the admin's choice. But definitely, good for them for making a call and sticking to their guns. If you see something out there, you got to do it.
So, hot sauce, baby.
Taking 3rd, we'll have him in the booth.
Yep.
All right, let's get these guys up here. All right, and let's go ahead and bring in the number 99, Darren Hardesty.
Well, a little bit of controversy we talked about there. DQ comes out for Jarrett Brooks and Darren Hardesty. You made it to the box, my friend. Incredible drive.
Oh, thank you. This is my first podium in this series, and I'm just really stoked to be up here. The last lap was definitely some controversy, but after those guys making contact in the last corner, I managed to make a couple passes, and I ended up third, and I couldn't be happier.
Well, I was watching you early on. You're sitting back there, 8th, 7th. We're wondering what's going on. Watson, Johns, Drapkin, they're all on there, and all of a sudden we look up and Darren's in 4th place.
Yeah, I was really just trying to stay kind of consistent and keep the truck in good condition, because sometimes in these races it's kind of easy to beat up your truck. So I just really wanted to get past the yellow, and after that it was kind of just free game. I mean, at that one point I had accidentally rolled Zach or whatever, so I just wanted to slow down, let him by. Didn't feel really good about that one, but I got a really good start, and I just managed to stay consistent today, and I ended up third, and I'm really happy about that.
Well, awesome. And, of course, with the teammate there up in first there with part of the Lethal.
Yep, Lethal Motorsports.
Very cool, very cool. Well, you got some sponsors you want to give a little love there too, Hot Sauce?
Oh, yeah. I got some real-life sponsors, and then we got a couple sim sponsors. So definitely want to thank Bill Stein and Mickey Thompson Tire. And then definitely got to thank Sparko and the series sponsors. Couldn't do it without them. And also Ultra Motorsports. Ultra Motorsports has really been helping out with Team Lethal, and definitely couldn't thank them enough for what they do for us. So, like I said, I'm glad I could give them a podium, and I'm really stoked for my teammates getting a podium.
Love those guys over there. But all I want to know is, why don't we see Del Taco, a Tapatia, or a Taco sponsorship on the side of your car?
I believe on my back fenders there's a custom made by Sean Heck Tapatio
okay.
like spin-off sticker, and it has my face on it and stuff. It says Hot Sauce.
That's awesome.
That's
maybe
awesome.
I'll
I
have
love
to
it.
throw that up on the roof or something somewhere big so you guys can see it.
Have you put in a resume to those guys?
You know what? I actually reached out to him on Instagram. Sad to say I didn't get a reply, but that doesn't mean I won't stop trying.
I think it has to be branded.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think we should do a brand deal, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Darren. It's awesome to see you in there, and good jobs on your first podium.
Thank you. It was good talking to you guys.
Too. Now, Darren Hardesty, Hot Sauce, and it's one of young men I've got to watch grow up in the sport. And speaking of young men I've got to watch grow up in the sport, man comes from the Midwest over there, and we're going to go ahead and bring Holt Knight Rider into the box here.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the booth. Great job on second place. You were
Thanks.
running down at Luke Knupp and really having to fight off Elliott Watson, just trying to stay on his coattails. It was pretty intense.
Yeah, it was hard to try to run down Luke and keep Elliott behind me, because Elliott was coming. I just had to catch Luke, but didn't have enough towards the end.
Well, not only Elliott Watson, but don't forget about Jarrett Brooks, who was fighting with you behind too.
Yeah, Jarrett and Elliott were having some gnarly battles.
Yeah. Man, dude, that was such a tough run for you, because you're chasing down Luke, and then you have Watson, Jarrett Brooks, and then who else came up to challenge you? There's another guy, and you're literally just fending off guys trying to take away second place from you.
Yeah, I think Zach got up there in the mix for a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Crazy.
Oh, and Roland Johns too, I think, also was up there for a short time.
Yeah, Roland was up there too. Everyone was up there.
Yeah, you're honestly doing the best, just playing defense and keeping your position and keeping those guys out of there. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I just did what I had to do to stay second.
Well, definitely paid off, and it got you up here. Man, do you have anyone you want to get some love?
Yeah, for sure. I want to thank Justice Brothers, AIM, CSD, Everson Performance, PRP, and Ultra Wheels, and Lethal Esports for helping me get up here on second place.
And that's a good team to be with. I know you guys are working really hard for your times, and it's definitely paying off. Both you, Luke, Ethan, and I think you have Mason Prater, Darren Hardestein, a couple other guys on Lethal Esports, and you guys are all phenomenal drivers.
Yeah, for sure. We went 1, 2, 3 tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, very awesome. And Holden, you know, getting to do a little racing in real life going on there, and no, you're probably pretty excited. Saw Crandon is now officially going to happen.
That's going to be sick. Going into
I'm excited for you.
Going into turn 1 is going to be like land rush start. Into turn 1 is going to be sketchy, but it's going to be fun.
Have they announced the land rush start? I'm curious if they're going to actually go forward with that.
I wonder. I think they are. It'd be cool if they could like give. I think they're going to give you like an option to do like land rush.
That'd be so awesome.
Oh yeah, I mean it's so awesome, and then of course 2 races in September for Crandon in real life, so that's going to be so awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be sick.
Yeah, wait to watch. I'll be back there watching you on the fall Crandon for sure.
Yeah.
So, well, congratulations, Holden. Great drive, man. It was fun watching you, and Luke just go for it as you try to fend off all those other hungry tigers.
Yeah, it was a fun race for sure.
Well, good job. And the spot. Any other sponsors you got?
No, that should be it.
Okay. Well, sometimes it's like, wait a minute, real life sponsors and my sim sponsors.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, and looking forward to see how you play it out here next Wednesday in the final round.
Thank you.
So, Nyringer, everybody. Awesome young man. Great family.
And he did a great job out there tonight. That was some intense driving.
Yeah. Well, speaking of intense driving, a guy that had a little monkey on his back after last night, he shook it off hardcore.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and bring him up into the booth. That's going to be Luke Canup. Do you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello?
You're a little quiet. Speak up a little bit.
Is that better? Hello? Hello?
There we go.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right.
Dude, talk about pressure. Last night, Ethan ties the points up with the first, you're 5th. Tonight, you were right up on that front row. You knew this was your track. What was going through your mind?
Oh, last night was definitely rough. Was fastest everywhere, qualified first, but just had a bad night, and so I knew that we're tied coming in today, and I put the work in today and last night after school got finished, and so just ran my race, got to the lead early again, and just had me and Holden were talking the whole race, seeing what we were going to do next, and we pulled a really good gap before the first half, and we knew we were fast because, like I always say, our setups are good for the end, and definitely they were, and just ran away towards the end. Can't thank Lethal Racing enough. 2 wins in 2 nights, great, and me and Ethan had a rough night again. Just that's how these races go, though.
Yeah, I know. It's just crazy how it happens. And was today your first day of high school?
Yeah, it was. It was a little weird, but we got it done.
So you're kind of used to the virtual thing now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So your other job, your job of racing has gone virtual to a certain degree. Now your schooling has gone virtual.
Yeah, it's crazy how everything's going on. Just glad everything's sort of getting better, and we're gonna have the race next week and last race of the year. Pressure's on. Should have a probably decent lead now after Ethan's rough night. But
well, I got to commend you though. Again. Well, commend you for also the fact that after having a rough one, losing the lead, tying back with the points, and just to collect yourself to get back in that that frame of mind to come back today and race. You started your first day of high school, and then you have the pressure of this race to go, oh crap, this is mine to win or lose.
Yeah, and definitely for sure, like you said, just the pressure. After last night, I came in with like a 6-point lead and I lost it. So to come back tonight tied with Ethan is a great feeling, and now just the stress is on for next week.
Well, that's awesome. Congratulations on this win. You earned this one.
Thank
you. And Holden, it was awesome to watch, and I know you got some sponsors that make this all happen for you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Darren, the whole Lethal team, Holden, Darren, me, Ethan, Brody Graham, Mason Prater, 1, 2, 3 for lethal tonight. Crazy. So, and then everyone else, Ultra Wheels, Justice Brothers, Rigid Industries, Diamondback Material, Reliable Air Conditioning, and you guys for broadcasting. iRacing Short Course for doing a great job putting this all together, and everyone else. Thank you guys.
There he is, looking up, everybody.
Great job out there, man. Good to see you up here, and can't wait to see what you do next week. It's gonna be pretty good.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, the final round is coming up next week, Randall, and that man right there, that young man, now a high school student, has got the pressure on him with the lead going into the final round.
Ethan's got to really tighten down the belt and figure out what he's going to want to do out there, because he needs to really shore up a lot of his space. At least depending on what track we get, it's definitely going to be a little bit of a toss-up, but I'd get out as much practice as possible on both tracks, just so you can make sure you're safe on both ends.
And if you could find those 6 nitrous bottles they left in Fast and the Furious, put them in your car. Because it's going to be a burner.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Well, Dave,
folks,
thank you so much for joining me. That was a great broadcast.
Say goodbye.
It is. All right, I'll close it out. I know you got to do some stuff.
You got it, buddy. Peace out, everybody. See you next Wednesday night. Check me out at Dave Arnold Live on Instagram, Facebook. You can find me at Dave Arnold. Or check out our magazine, DirtSportsWorld.com. Lots of great stuff happening in the real world of racing. And I'm out of here.
All right, that was Dave Arnold, everyone. Round of applause for him. Always a great honor to be in the booth with him and taking notes while he's commentating. But once again, great racing tonight. A little bit of an upset for some of the drivers, but hey, it happens. This was a killer field out there, and you could see it. Everyone out there is extremely fast and really fighting for position. So we'll see what comes up next week. Once again, we have a lot of racing coming at you, so if you guys are interested in seeing a lot, please tune in and check it out. But with iRacing Short Course, we're coming up to the end. We're having the finale. The finale is going to be next week, so definitely tune in and bring out the popcorn, because it's going to be it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a heater. So with that being said, I hope everyone has a great night, and I'll see everyone on Thursday night for our next race, which is going to be DXR. So come check it out, and I'll see you guys later.